What's problem, yo? You ever see somebody get opportunity that you wish you had, and then you're like, man, you didn't even deserve that opportunity. You didn't even know what to do with it. That's exactly what happened on this feed on my feed. When I was scrolling and I see this rapper whose name I didn't even know, and I thought it was a different rapper, and he was speaking on being signed to Gucci Mane, the former 1017 artist named Lil Z. So I'm gonna play you guys this clip right now, and then we're gonna go over it before my blood boils over.
Let me tell you about what this type of here. I done told him like, bruh, I don't fuck with how like you ain't really pushing a nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? I still appreciate, bruh, for giving a nigga a chance. I ain't knocking it. Yeah. You feel me? He still giving young nigga a chance, but it's like the new 1017, the new niggas fool, he wasn't pushing us how he was pushing Shiesty and them, Big Scar and them, Big Wild Dog and them. Like, he told me personally, he was like, I don't really build a relationship with my artists. Like, I'm like, what? You don't build a relationship with your artist? How the fuck this gonna work? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this shit like, bro, you paying for my videos, studio time, beats, all this shit. I was doing it before you, fam. That's not enough. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Okay. That come with the deal. Yeah. That come with the deal. I signed to you for exposure. I didn't sign to you for money. I already had the money. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate this. I was expecting, brother, put that push behind a nigga, like really show it the road. Like call a nigga, Lil Z, what you got going on? Yeah. How can I help you, bro? Yeah. Like, it wasn't none of that. Like, you just signed him and just listen, he signed you, he give you the money, give you the jury, and just let you do what you want to do. Damn. That's cool. A nigga not saying that you gotta beat her, hold my hand. Yeah, you ain't gotta beat her, holding my hand, but at the end of the day, you a legend. Yeah. You got the snap of a button. You can make you have the snap of a button. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So what the fuck I'm sitting around waiting on you to do something for? And he really was just selling dreams. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. A real CEO seeing his artist pop out like that, me, I'm speaking on me. Yeah. If I was a CEO of my label, you feel me, and I got the power to make it happen for my artist, if I see my artist get on the net up 200,000 and my artist pop out like that, are you finna go on? I would have called baby and said, look, my artist want to do a song with you. You feel me? Because he can get it for free. I still offer my bag and still ain't get it. On my dead brother.
I'm listening to this, and come on, you guys know I'm kind of fair, right? Am I? I'll hear both sides of the argument. And first, we'll go in favor of this guy, right? Or we'll look at it from his perspective. Maybe he already had bread. A lot of these rappers, not necessarily the ones that get signed to Gucci Mane, but a lot of these rappers in the subgenre that Gucci Mane delves in or looks for talent is street rappers. And a lot of these street rappers, they either have backing from somebody in the streets with a lot of paper, or they've got paper themselves. So they're not really tripping over a bag in terms of studio time, features, etc. Like, how do you think these street rappers be getting 40, 30, 10, 20, 30 bags here for a feature from these artists that you've never heard of? It's street money. They're trying to clean it up. That's partially why, allegedly, Gotti got into the music game. That's allegedly also how Dolph funded himself. Allegedly also how Kevin Gates funded himself. Now, I don't know if that's true. I just hear rumors about that. So with this Lil Z guy, if he had bread already and then he signed to Gucci and he was just there for the exposure and the connections, I am willing to cut you a bit of slack, but we're not letting you off the hook yet. So that's that one scenario. Because at that point, you're like, well, you're just doing something that I was already doing for myself. Like, that's not what I expected. And then there's the other scenario, which is this guy was not up hella bread, and this guy was funding his career and lifestyle. So if Gucci's looking at it like, yo, I'm a bank, I'm stamping you, so you get to wear my jersey. You get to say you're signed to Gucci Mane. You get to use the brand of 1017 that I've built with and I've hustled up through my blood, sweat, and tears and time behind bars. And you get to use that however you want whilst having all of your expenses covered. If you're not able to make it, if that ain't enough for you, you're never gonna make it. You're not meant to make it. Because I looked this guy up. I looked up Lil Z. I didn't even know which one it was. There's Lil Z Osama, who somehow beat a switch case. I don't even know how the hell he did that. In New York, too. I think his lawyer Don Florio or something. That lady worked some magic. I don't know. Case just disappeared. Like I was saying, like a lot of these people, they're like, yo, they caught a gun charge in New York. They're gonna do time. The last person I've heard of that did time was Lil Wayne. Sheck West got caught with a gun charge. He's walking free. Lil Z Osama got caught with a switch. He's walking free. Polo G got caught with a Glock in his hotel room. He's walking free. All I'm thinking is, either it was a different time or Lil Wayne just got screwed. Although I do hear Lil Wayne had like crazy weapons. But a switch, isn't that like a federal charge, like a federal crime? That's neither here nor there. So with this guy, he's unable to get get it popping, that's your problem. You just need to say, I'm not a hustler. You're like, yo, you can't just get baby. So anyway, yeah, I was looking up Lil Z Osama. That's not this guy. There's 2 other Lil Z's. One of them I think is from Chicago. He had a Tay 600 feature. I don't know if that's this guy. So I can't even find this guy on Spotify. So the fact that you got signed and I can't even find you is already a blessing in itself. But for a rapper that's a real hustler, and some rappers are real hustlers, which this guy, I don't see him as that, just from this clip, because what they're doing is they're hitting up DMs. They're like, yo, I'm tapped in. He at least got a flick and a sign-in video with Gucci. They're tapping in with other people. They're linking up. They're like, yo, we got to get on this feature. Yo, I just signed to Gucci. Like, yo, let's work. Like, he's got to leverage it somehow. You've got a brand that you can leverage. And nobody's going to say, yo, you're capping. But to expect Gucci Mane to what? The guy's married. He's in a completely different time of his life. He doesn't necessarily need the money that you're going to make him because he doesn't even know if you're going to make him money. He's like taking a gamble on you. He's just throwing money at you. He's got a family, like I said. He doesn't want to be spending time. Like, what do you think he's going to do with you? Pull up to the studio with you? Watch you make some music? He's too old for that. He's had enough of that. And then the last 1017, really, he did help them out. But I think he just saw how that turned out. And he was like, okay, man. And he didn't really, Big Scar was hustling himself. Pooh Shiesty was doing his own thing. Really, they just got the initial jump start, which is what Gucci gave this guy, apparently. I just don't think Gucci's power in the time frame when this guy signed is as powerful as it was when he got the new 1017. And maybe this guy's not as talented either because, man, that crew, Big Scar, who unfortunately passed away, Pooh Shiesty, and who's the other lunatic? He was dating Rennie Rucci and he was crashing out on, was it Trey Songz? Or August Alsina. I don't even know if August Alsina likes chicks, but it was someone else. I'm forgetting the guy's name. It started with an R. The guy went on the run and then he got arrested, and I think he's still in jail. Or I think they sent him to prison. But he was threatening people from the jail phone. Nutty stuff. But yeah, all 3 of those guys are gone. Pooh Shiesty's set to come out soon. But since then, Gucci Mane is really not even that hot himself. So you want Gucci Mane to do something for you that he can't even do for himself. Like, Gucci Mane could probably get a feature off the strength for himself currently, but Gucci Mane's not a tier A or tier B artist right now. He's a tier C artist. In terms of level of current popularity, I don't want people saying, man, y'all don't know, like, Gucci's a mixtape legend. Listen, we're talking about right now, okay? You know who's also, like, a legend in fashion in the past? Jim Jones. And Jim Jones is talking about comparing himself to Nas. That's what happens when you gas people up a little bit too much. Like, they start comparing themselves to Nas when they don't even belong in the same conversation. So, with Gucci, what was the last album Gucci dropped? You probably can't even name it. And I would guess that he dropped an album in the past year, but there's really no reason to pay attention to him too much. And he's set to drop an album soon, I think. No, he actually didn't drop an album since 2023. It was called Choppers and Sticks. And that was with BG. So it's been a little bit of a while since Gucci's dropped an album. 2023, it looks like, when it was the last time Gucci dropped an album. Well, that was a while back. But yeah, he had J. Cole on there. He really went all out for that one. Okay, so it has been a while since Gucci Mane's dropped. So yeah, Gucci Mane's been out of the mix. He hasn't been really tapped in. He hasn't been dropping a ton of music. So Gucci Mane is not hot, objectively, currently. And then you want him to do what for you? I just don't get it. Does he want him to put him in room? Does he want him to give him a collab with Lil Baby? Like, for example, No Cap, right? No Cap is, he's the one that's signed to YoungBoy. Like, that guy, YoungBoy does features for him. He helps him out. But a lot of what No Cap is doing is on his own. A lot of the signees to Lil Baby, I don't know if Rilo is still signed to him. They're doing stuff on their own. And if this guy is independent now, if Gucci let him leave after spending all that money on him, you should be kissing the ground that Gucci Mane walks on. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Because for him to spend all that money on you and let you out your deal to be independent, the guy's done you nothing but a solid. And I think that's just the assumption, is that people believe that somebody can make them. Nobody can make you. A cosign cannot make you. Like, maybe, for example, like this Nine Vicious and Young Thug situation. I think that's a good example as well, because that guy is really doing his best to make Nine Vicious. But a lot of what Nine Vicious does is on his own. Like, he's getting it popping. He has these connections, but Young Thug's not doing the most for him. Young Thug's not giving him features. Young Thug isn't giving him big features that hop on his stuff. Nine Vicious's music is going up because Nine Vicious is on it, not because other people are on it. So that's where I have to disagree with this guy. And like he could somewhat have a point. Maybe he didn't put it out there. I think he's just frustrated because he didn't get the result that he wanted. And that's natural. But this was not Gucci Mane's fault whatsoever. Gucci Mane, yeah, he could have been spending a lot more time with you, but does he want to do that? Would I be doing that if I'm Gucci Mane? Hell no. And this guy ain't a CEO. There's a reason why you're not a CEO. That's the thing. People are like, yo, if I was this guy, I would be doing this. Well, become that and then see if you're going to do that. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.